Now, from the downtown of Northwest Arkansas, in Uptown Rogers, with weather from Bentonville to Fayetteville, Fort Smith, and beyond, here's Oz weather meteorologist, Garrett Lewis.
Hey there, good morning to you guys. It's a little later this morning, about 9:08 on March 21st. There's a couple of showers I want to show you on radar that are moving through, but first, why is it 9 o'clock and not 4 in the morning when I'm posting it? I got something. I'm like 102, so I'm not at work today. Hopefully this thing resolves. I actually started getting a headache over the weekend. I'm negative for strep and COVID and flu, but hey, there's all kinds of other viruses out there too, right? All right, so what's it look like right now outside north and southbound on 49? The cloud cover is starting to increase. There's been more sunshine in northwest Arkansas than parts of the River Valley and Fort Smith, southward through Greenwood. We have the cloud cover fill back in pretty fast. That's a look from Walton southbound up towards Uptown Rogers. Look at the trees, though, man. They're getting all green and it's about to be the pollinating. we get all the we get all the green and yellow nastiness on the car. Seems like we're kind of overdue for that. We typically get that. Feel like it's usually in March when everything gets coated with it. It just looks disgusting. It's probably coming up if it hasn't happened yet. I've noticed a little bit on my car already, but in the years past, it seems to have been just a touch worse. All right, so this is the radar. Here's what's going on. This is about an hour's worth of data, I believe. It's almost an hour. It's about 50 minutes. So you can see these showers are starting to push north. There's even a little bit of heavier rainfall around Stigler and Eufaula, back to the east. There's also an isolated shower, looks like southeast of Fayetteville, that's moving north. Now, I think our chances of rain for Fayetteville and for Springdale, Lowell, and Rogers are going to be lower than, for instance, parts of southeast Oklahoma, where we've got these showers moving in, and you've got a whole mess of rain that's down here in southwest Arkansas and South Oklahoma as well. So that's what's going on that picture view. As far as what's causing all this, well, we've got this front that's draped over us. That dark green shading is where rain chances are most likely today. It actually isn't most of our area. You'll notice it does get across the Fort Smith area up to Siloam Springs. And I think that region is going to be experiencing more clouds and more rainfall. We already are. We're seeing the cloud cover in Fort Smith that's already quite a bit thicker than farther on towards the north. All right, so this is a look at bigger picture view. Let's see if I can get in here and animate this a little bit. So the front's draped right around I-40, and you have some heavier showers, but notice all this mess down here in South Arkansas. This is the area to watch for heavier rain today. The cloud cover is making its way back in. You can already get some clouds. It looks like we're overcast right now in Heavener, overcast in Waldron. Clouds have moved back in over Greenwood, and we're starting to get really thick out around Fort Smith, too. Northwest Arkansas, just some spotty clouds. And remember, we have that isolated shower that I'm watching out there around Fayetteville. It's not much, though. I think so. It's mostly spotty rainfall today as compared to what we've been seeing over the last several days. So going back over to some of the model data, what does this look like as we go throughout the day? So let me show you this. So these spotty showers, I think, are going to continue. This is the high resolution model, and it starts. Let's see, 18 is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is about 4 o'clock. And everything in weather is in Zulu or UTC time, so you had to convert it in your head a little quicker. But as we go through the evening, we do get those showers that are out there. This is 9 o'clock this evening. And then as we head farther through time, look how it just falls apart. I think a lot of this is due to the lack of daytime heating. The heating today is giving it the instability to get these things going. Once that starts to collapse, everything should come down pretty quick. And this rain mostly swirls on out of here fast. Now watch this though. I'll zoom out a little bit here, kind of get the whole view in the shot. And I want to go through time here real quick so you can see this. You can see the low, see the counterclockwise swirl. It's down there around um, just northeast of Dallas, so to speak, and it's moving eastward. You can see the twist in the last one. So this is this afternoon, and those showers should start to pick on up, and then it rotates on out, and the heaviest rain is down there around Texas and Louisiana. So we are on the northern fringe of this, and it moves through pretty quick. So after we get through these spotty showers that we're seeing today, we're actually going to have some decent weather for us for about a day or so. So as we head into late Friday, and then we get into probably I'm thinking Saturday might look really sunny, but then as we get into Sunday, clouds roll back in. Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, all of that looks super, super wet. So I do think we're going to see quite a bit of rainfall this weekend. We need the rain. It'd be nice to get a couple inches of rain. I think we could stand a chance to at least see 1 inch of that rainfall. So that'll be beneficial for us should we get it. Severe weather, right? I mean, we're headed into the end of March now. Any tornadoes with this stuff? Nah. Not today. We're not even in a risk area today. The darker green is where the level 1 is. We're not even in a a marginal, which is the light green color. So the risk of actual hearing thunder is fairly low with any of this stuff today, and certainly the risk of any severe thunderstorms is extremely low. I do think by Sunday night into Monday, we could have some severe weather. On Sunday, it's interesting because I posted this on the Facebook page yesterday, but there's the storms that are going to form in western Oklahoma. They'll be supercells with tornadoes. They merge into a line. They get here Sunday night, and then the pattern kind of stalls, and then you end up with a lot of rainfall over and over the same place. So keep an eye on Sunday night. I think Saturday it's going to be your weekend day of choice, and it should be quite a bit nicer out there. I'm just going to do it for this one. I'll post some stuff online. I'm actually working on a post for later this morning too for the average dates for frosts and freezes for XNA and for Fayetteville and Fort Smith. Those are the two with the longest records that go back. So I'll have that posted hopefully sometime before noon. You can kind of check out where we do it. The weather service classifies freezes into three categories. So it's a hard freeze, killing freeze, or a frost. Frost is 32 degrees to 28. A hard freeze is 28 to 24. Anything below 24 is a killing freeze. I don't think we see killing freezes out of this, and I don't see any for the next 2 weeks. But it's possible to get a hard freeze or a frost. Possible. There's nothing on the 2 week data that shows it, but it is possible. So it is something to keep an eye out for. But we are getting to the end of the freeze season. I don't think you'll see much more in the way of freezes. Nonetheless, if you want to be super safe, you might want to wait till mid-April. I think that's probably going to be a better bet to guarantee there's no frost. Again, I'll put those dates on the Facebook page coming up a little bit later. So that's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna go crawl in bed and have a Ferris Bueller day. Probably eat some ramen noodles, watch Ferris Bueller. Back in the day, you could watch Price is Right. It was awesome. I guess I still can, but it's just not the same without the barker. If you're not talking about spaying and neutering pets, what are you going to talk about? Anyway, so I'm going to do that and probably take some more aspirin. And it's the first time I've been sick since 2020, and that was the flu. It wasn't even COVID. Didn't catch COVID, at least that I know of. Anyway, that's going to do it for me, guys. Have a great day out there. Remember, the rain chances are not super heavy today, but we'll have some spotty showers today. Heavy rain Sunday into Monday, Tuesday. The weekend day of choice is going to be Saturday. See you next time.